Please forgive me, brothers, if I lose my voice halfway through this video. I have woken up cursed by Nurgle himself. But pushing past that, today we're going to talk about the big reveals from the other day. Another video about the other day's reveals? No, not like that, because this basically confirms, or in my mind anyway, confirms some big rumors which I want to go into more in depth about and talk about. And also on top of that, Games Workshop may have confirmed another Orc kit, which is surprising us, is getting us talking as well. So let's jump in. Let's look at it. We're not looking at anything, right? There's no links on this channel. Let's just get to those glorious, soft waffles. So let's start with yesterday's reveal, because a lot of people are saying to me, Valrak, why are you so excited about this? This is just multi-part Outriders. There's nothing changed. There's nothing big about this, which is absolutely correct. There was nothing really big about those new Outriders. Yes, you can now take power axes, power fist, power sword on the sergeant. What, you can leave one to the left or one to the right? Yeah, I get it. It's not big at all. But the initial excitement for me was, of course, what this potentially could then lead into, because attached to that multi-part Outrider rumor, there's been a bunch of other rumors that we've been waffling about over on this channel. For example, the Space Marine Captain on a bike. And I spoke about that in yesterday's video. Potentially, could that mean then, like a cascade effect of not only getting a captain, could we be getting a tech marine, could we be getting a lieutenant, could we be getting a librarian, an apothecary on a bike? These are some of the models that people would love to see attached to their fast attack Space Marine army. So hopefully that opens up the door from that. The Venerable Dreadnought, that was attached to this multi-part Outrider rumor. So does that mean that is actually happening now? Again, we don't know if that's going to be like Flame and Melter base or anything like that. Those are some other rumors that are circling out there. We don't know if it's going to be two different Dreadnoughts. One's going to be a Venerable Dreadnought and the other one is going to be like another technically like Ballista's Dreadnought, which has a Melter or a Flamer on there, or it's going to be combined and that Dreadnought is going to be a Venerable Dreadnought but also have Melters and Flamers on there. There's so many rumors, there's so many whispers. All I'm going to say is this: I personally think the Captain's happening now and that Venerable Dreadnought are going to be a part of this second wave Space Marine push. But the really spicy rumor to talk about through all of this is that this multi-part Outrider, this Captain, the Dreadnought, all the Orc stuff, which we'll waffle about in the latter part of this video, this is all circulating about something bigger, which, again, we've spoken about on the channel, and that is certain units that are going to be going to Legends with Space Marines. If you haven't been following this rumor at all, it's basically stating that everything that's Firstborn, bar the Rhino and the Land Raider, is going to be going to Legends when the 11th edition Space Marine Codex eventually drops. On top of that, there's also some other Legend rumors with Space Marine stuff in the Primaris range as well. Like the Firestrike turret, I think it was the suppressors, and also the, what I call the Mario Go-Kart Primaris vehicle. Now, I will say this, just because stuff is going to Legends, I actually don't think that is a bad thing in 11th edition. A Legends, unlike 8th edition, 9th edition, and 10th edition, I personally think is going to be very, very different, because finally, Games Workshop have stated for the first time they are going to support Legends units on the official GW app. Myself and others didn't really like what they were doing with Legends because GW weren't putting it on the app. It was hard to really build an army with Legend units a part of it, because then you had to like get a PDF, a printout and stuff, and have that attached to like your digital army list. I know a lot of people still don't like Legends because technically it doesn't really get like the love it deserves, which, to be true, I'm with you there, because you can't take Legend units in tournaments and the balance and stuff doesn't really change and stuff like that. But personally, for me, I just like that Legends are going to be a part of the app now, and I really personally don't think it's going to change that much in my mindset. If I can have it in the app, if I can still add it to my army roster, I think that is a great way of going forward. And just before we jump onto the Orcs, I just want to address a question that I get a lot, and that is, well, are they going to be doing some new units for these Legend units? For example, are they going to be doing like potentially a new Land Raider, a new Lino, a new Vindicator, new tactical squads, a new Devastator squad, etc.? Is this going to be in GW's long plans of being remade? And personally, no rumors attached to this, just personal theory, personal speculation, yes, I actually do think that, because Games Workshop loves to monetize nostalgia. We've seen it with the old world. We've seen it with a lot of other models. The land speeder that just came out, right? Again, it's not like one for one for the old land speeder, but it's built on that nostalgia bait that GW can monetize and make you buy stuff. So yes, I do eventually think we will get a new Land Raider, a new Rhino, a new Vindicators, a new Primaris tactical squad with even more old armor marks attached to it, just like we've got with this new Intercessor squad that launched with the 11th edition box set. I really do think we'll do Devastator squads again in the far future of this game. Maybe not in 11th edition, maybe not in 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th edition. If you're still around playing the game, then if you're still on this glorious planet, then yeah, I do think GW will eventually monetize that nostalgia and start pumping out even more Space Marine units. Because let's face it, we're really getting to the end of the string now when it comes to what you can do with a Space Marine. We've just literally got a Space Marine in terms of Primaris, and they're literally releasing everything again. So yes, I think they're going to go back on down that road, and we will get some of the old nostalgia stuff being remade once again. That's just my personal take. Now, let's talk about some recent Orc stuff, which is taking the community. There's a little bit of talk about this. I'm going to put the image in the background right now because this obviously came out with all the Orc stuff that GW showed off at the preview show. And there's some cards there. And as you can see, one of the things that I highlighted is called War Buggies. Massive shout out to Tal, by the way, who sent me this over on Discord. Now, when it comes to War Buggies, I personally think this is in reference to Legends because, again, like I said in Legends, I think it's going to get a little bit more love going on the app. So I think they're just making it in place where if you do take Legend units, it's also on stuff like these cards as well. Again, more love to Legend stuff. But there's one other thing a part of this, which is getting a lot of people talking, and it's right next to it on the card in the background, and it says Dread H, and it says reroll on top of it. Now, a lot of people, myself included, are stumped at what this could be, because at this moment in time, there's nothing that begins with a Dread H or something inside that Orc Codex. Is it Dreadhogs, Dreg Hummers, Dreg Hybrids, Dreg Horns? Like, what word could that be in the Orc Codex? Please put down your thoughts down in the comment section, and maybe we'll get some good ones from there. But I definitely do think that this is a new Orc unit. Again, when it comes to the Orcs, there's still so much out there potentially that hasn't been shown. Nazdreg, for example, like a brand new character. The Battle Wagon, we've had the truck that's been shown off. Apparently, there's going to be new Burner Boys. It's not Flash Gits, it's the other ones with the big Dakka guns. The name will come back to me in a second. But yes, there's still a lot more Orc stuff coming. From what I've heard in the whispers, the Orc second wave refresh is supposed to be a lot bigger than the Space Marine second wave refresh, which again makes sense because if you look at the Space Marine refresh, the Orcs need a lot more stuff going into there. So fingers crossed, we get so many new bloody Orc units. And if you do collect Orcs, if you like to wire until the moon comes out, then hopefully you get an absolute treat of brand new units. But yes, let me know if you think you know what that Dread H is, what that could be alluding to, because it's interesting what it could be. Anyway, Chaprunios, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching this video. This week is going to be spicy because I have got some nice speculation on what potentially could be coming for Warhammer 40,000 lore. And if it does happen, then this is the thing that we've all bloody wanted. We've been begging for it since the bloody start. Anyway, see you in a bit. Have a great day, evening, night, where you're around the world, and bye-bye.